this video, we will be demonstrating how to install the agent and configure Wi-Fi without even turning on the device. To do this, we will be transferring the agent directly to the device's storage using a Mac laptop. Today, our target device is a Raspberry Pi Zero, which, like many other single-board computers, uses a micro SD card. We will also be configuring Wi-Fi at the same time so that the agent can connect the first time the device boots up. You will need the following items: a micro SD card with a fresh copy of Raspbian Jessie Lite, a micro SD adapter, a USB card reader, an on-the-go adapter to convert the micro USB slot to a standard female Type A, a USB Wi-Fi dongle, and a copy of Linux. We will be using a Mac to perform the install, however the procedure is much the same for Windows. Linux users can skip straight from downloading the agent to running the installation script. Let's start by creating our agent. Head over to the Devices tab and click New Device. We'll call the device Pi Zero and select Raspberry Pi as the agent type. Click Create to download the agent. Unfortunately, Mac and Windows machines cannot read Linux SD cards by default. To get around this problem, we will use a Linux virtual machine. To do this, you will need a copy of VirtualBox along with the extension pack and a copy of Vagrant. VirtualBox allows us to run a virtual Linux machine on the Mac, and Vagrant takes the pain out of manually installing Linux. Both products are straightforward to install, and the procedures are well documented elsewhere. Once you have these tools installed, we can proceed with preparing our Linux machine. Open a terminal window and run the following commands. Create a working directory and change into it. Create a new Vagrant image based on Debian Jessie. Copy the agent pack to our working folder, and then fire up the virtual machine. Vagrant will automatically download Debian Jessie, create the virtual machine, and launch it. Before we can proceed, we need to make a small modification to the virtual machine, so hold the machine and open VirtualBox. Click on the virtual machine, which has the same name as our working folder, and open the USB menu. Enable the USB controller and change the type to USB 2. Click OK and switch back to your terminal. Launch the VM once more, and this time log in and start monitoring the system messages. This will give us the information we need once the SD card is plugged in. Plug the micro SD card into the adapter, and then into the USB card reader, and then into the laptop. The Mac will automatically mount the boot partition of the SD card, which will prevent VirtualBox from accessing it. Open Disk Utility and unmount boot. To make the SD card available to our VM, open VirtualBox and double-click our machine. Right-click the USB icon and attach the storage device with the SD card. Switch back to the command line and the system logs should report that a new device has been connected. Take note of the storage device and mount the second partition. Now we are ready to install the agent, which Vagrant has conveniently copied to the virtual machine for us in the /Vagrant directory. Install the tools git and unzip, and then grab a copy of the agent helper script from our GitHub page. Run the install script replacing Network Home with your SSID. Keep in mind that the SSID and password are both case sensitive. When requested, enter the password. Don't worry if you mistype the password, the script will ask for confirmation. Unmount the SD card, and now you can remove the card reader and put the micro SD card into the Pi Zero. Also plug in the Wi-Fi dongle, and then we're ready to power it up. Once the device finishes its first boot, which can take a while, we can click refresh to confirm that the device is online and ready to be configured. In the next video, we will attach a temperature and humidity sensor to our Pi Zero and configure the agent to take regular readings.